Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We're here. This is sexology, water, fire, hot, cold, yin, yang. What women think versus what men think. Now, I see that relationships are evolving around the planet. It's not about possessing someone. It's not about being in control of someone. It's about breaking these stereotypes because we exist within each other. But this interaction we have, I find that so many of us, we have problems. And when we can dissect the problems, we can thrive together.
Yes. Lately, I've been thinking more and more about this topic of what men want versus what women want. And it's easy to fall into these ideas, simplified ideas of this is what men think about and this is what women think about. But one thing I've been feeling more and really reflecting on is this idea of recognizing the potential that a relationship between a man and a woman can really arrive to or come to. I think more often we tend to look at the physical attraction or the desire to want to engage a man or a woman in a romantic relationship, and we see that as the ultimate or that the peak of what that relationship could be about. And if we are not ready or willing to engage in such a relationship, then we see what the point that we arrive to as a stall, some kind of a stop in that relationship. And one thing I've been feeling more and more and thinking about is that we really need to move beyond those categories and beyond those limitations and recognize that the universe is really smart. So as men or as women, when we have relationships with the complementary sex, whatever it is that we may be yearning for or wanting for, it's going to come to us through different people. And it's really a matter of thinking and feeling with our heart, what is it that we truly want? I think the ultimate question from the universe is, what is it that you want? What is it that you ultimately strive for? And if we constantly keep externalizing our power and thinking that that something is going to come through a relationship from a man or a woman, and we put all of our hopes and ideas and desires into that, and it doesn't come into fruition, then that's when we run into major disappointments and heartbreaks and sort of like breakdowns in friendships that haven't really had the true potential to blossom.
That's what I've seen. I just see it like this, that relationships, they are mirrors. We are learning from each and every one we come into contact with. What happens in a lot of 3D relationships, and the beauty of it is that we are evolving and changing how we see relationships, is that many of us, we get stuck on seeing just what's in front of us when there are so many layers to attraction, not just the physical, because we are not our minds. Underneath it all, we are pure energy, we are pure consciousness. And this is the most attractive thing about the one we are in love with.
Yes.
We also have to broaden how we see love, because I always say you can't just limit your love to one person. You have to love everyone resonating on the same frequency as yourself. And that's why we have to let go of possession. It's not about putting the one you love in a cage. It's about letting them free to explore the true depths of the universe.
Yes. And I know this may sound cliche, and we often hear people saying, you know, communication is so important. Communication is so important in relationships. But beyond just feeling like communication is this responsibility that we owe to another person that we're in a relationship with, communication is a great way to discover what you truly, truly desire and what you truly want, to unburden yourself and to confront your fears. Because we all have constructed certain walls and fears around letting someone down. You know, we've been socialized or we've been raised to want to please certain people, whether it's our parents, it's our elders, you know, so that sense of like, oh, I'm going to let someone down through my communication, through expressing to the person I'm in a relationship with that I have certain feelings, that I have attractions, that I'm thinking certain thoughts. But there's something very liberating and very it's like a gateway into discovering yourself more and what you truly desire. Because once you share, once you unburden yourself and you share from a place of true love and not fear, not thinking like, I'm going to control the outcome of this communication, I'm going to censor certain information, I'm going to withhold because I don't think my partner is ready or willing to handle that. Well, if they are not ready or willing to handle it, if it's going to cause a breakdown in a relationship, then that's where the relationship is headed. And there has to be a total surrendering to whatever comes out of that communication.
Right.
Because this is what's going to help you essentially also connect more with what you truly desire, what you truly want, versus censoring yourself, censoring the outcome of that communication within the relationship, and really constructing this whole modified, rigid structure that's not resting on any truth or transparency.
Right. And all men are dogs. All women love shopping. Where did we get these ideas from? From our parents, our grandparents. But the secret is, I've found, it's not about thinking, it's about feeling. Because when we look at someone, we may see a bank account. We may see an opportunity. But we have to feel them in our heart. At the end of the day, it's all about expansion, to learn more about each other.
Yes.
We are here in nature. The wind is blowing.
Yes.
Feels great. Have a healthy relationship.
Yes.
Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace.